What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hello and welcome to the Thursday edition of Your Show. Still to this day, as far as we know, the only live show on YouTube from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. We are so damn grateful for you to be joining us. As well, we make up a whole bunch of categories, and then we say we're number one in said category. Like, for instance, we are the number one show on YouTube that is kicking off a show with a guest who has changed jobs recently. Ooh, we're number one. We're number one. We also have another really fun routine where we show off the world's cutest dog. Quick, hit it, and oh, we got the tail.
That was brutal timing.
We got the tail. Come back here.
Brutal
She thinks it's supper time. Come here.
Sweetums, Maggie.
Come on.
Maggie, come here.
Come on.
Maggie, come
There
here.
she comes.
Come here, Maggie.
Wait for it. All right, let's try this again. It's going to be a fluffy butt cam, as we've already revealed our exciting guest. But look at this. The love is strong here. There it is. We got a double Maggie cam. Well done. Thanks to our good friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Leroy, always there to give you the greatest experience of your pet store shopping life. As well, if you go there after hours or on the weekends, Kirsten, Shar, or Chris will also help you with that same service you've come to know and love from our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. I almost feel bad now saying the cutest puppy ever because, my God, Kipper is oh so cute as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as Mr. Everything around here. We already ruined the surprise, but I still want to give him the proper intro. His name is Croker.
That was a smooth intro. Nailed the landing. We stuck the landing. It was a little...
It's like a six out of 10.
A little difficult off the start there.
Yeah,
we had
we
some
got
turbulence.
a little
stuck
wonky.
the landing there. That's fine. Tied for first. We got tied for first.
That's
Cutest
it. We
dogs
always
ever.
say,
How's it going, buddy? How you
dude,
doing?
I've missed you.
I miss
I've missed you so much.
My
You've
life's
so
been a complete
busy.
S-word show for a month, man. I've been
Literally.
3 giant trips in like 3 weeks. I was on Family Feud.
Who else in the world could say something like that?
I was on Family Feud, and then I got a new job, which was fantastic. So I work back on the radio, 92.9 The Bull.
He's back, baby!
Every morning. You can tune in if you want. It's great. Like my old job at Creator 8, it was fun, but I still get to kind of do both, right? Like I still get to be on the radio and find the best Zamboni driver, find the best small town bar. That one in Aylesbury, the Elephant Room.
Saw that one.
Like Rider Nation heaven.
Dude.
It's so nice in there.
It's
and
like an oasis.
And like nice in an old school Saskatchewan way. Like it's not like a dump, but it's also not like a renovated masterpiece. But it's well maintained. Well maintained, a lot of wood, lots of wood, and like 7 different types of chairs. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. But
Dude, you made the mistake of being so damn good at your in-between job that people are still coming to expect these incredible videos. That was your job. You set the bar so high, bro.
I like making them, though. That's the best part about it. Like, the best part about doing that job is the fun quest stuff. The tough part about doing it was doing, like, the cringy, like, I got to make an ad. You got to make a commercial, right? But you got to make it in, like, your own way that's not...
We don't like being
that's the thing.
cocky
And it
and
was
promoting
like,
ourselves.
sometimes it worked great when I dressed up like Sarah McLachlan and, like, pretended that sea cans were the, like, the dogs that needed adopting. That was fun. Like, that's fun stuff. Like, that's when it's like, oh, I can make a funny commercial here. But sometimes it's just like, I can't, juices aren't flowing, or it's just not the right fit, right? So now it's just like, you know what? Working on the radio, like that's what, so I've always wanted to do. Did it for 12 years, right? And now, again, I still get to bring that social media aspect with it because, that's just finding the Zamboni driver, small town bar. I'm doing small town Chinese restaurant. That's probably the next one too.
So
But
that's going to be good.
I want to talk breakfast, though, because that's the one right now.
Here we go. Tell me about breakfast, the quest for Saskatoon's best breakfast.
I was going to say, tell me about breakfast. Well, Gary, it's the most important meal of the day.
That's what
I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but no, best breakfast in Saskatoon. So yeah, we did chicken fingers, noodle bowl, donuts and wings for a while. We did that as well. But we're going breakfast because there's so many good breakfast places in town. We've only gone to 2 so far. The Capital, underrated food spot, man. Like the venue's fantastic for music, comedy, whatever. Like really underrated venue. Go there for food. It's really good food. The Flats was the second one because I I was literally just ending my show. They had a commercial on the air. Oh, okay, I'll go to the Flats. And then now, like, where's your go-to breakfast place?
Dude, I don't eat breakfast. I fast until 8 p.m. I'm
But
the
like
worst
that can't
guy
be
to
your
ask.
answer though. Like think back to old Gary days. Like
Old
what about
Gary.
old Gary days? Where's old
Dude,
Gary going?
I loved grain fields for a long time.
Okay.
I don't
I
think they're
forgot you're-
around anymore, are they?
Yeah, you're like food challenged, like culturally food challenged. Like we live in this city that has a bunch of cool little like divey spots and really fancy expensive spots and everything in between. And you're just like, oh, I'll go to grain fields. Like you're throwing grain fields out. Remember when we had our draft?
Domino's.
We did the
Pelican Market.
Saskatoon restaurant draft, and Gary drafts Pelican Market first overall.
Number one, baby.
It's not a restaurant.
Sandwiches are there. We don't want to pull this Band-Aid open again because we both said our points.
But
on
again,
this.
yeah. So then, with breakfast draft, you're taking grain fields.
Well,
Which
you know
again,
what?
I like grain fields, but that's like a fourth round,
Yeah.
fifth round kind of
Park
sleeper pick.
Cafe.
There you see. That's an answer.
Park Cafe.
Good answer. Good answer.
I haven't been there in probably 9 years, but
Okay.
I remember it being delicious.
Probably the exact same, and that's the best thing about the Park Cafe.
So
A lot of
good.
places, you know, they feel like they have to change. Oh, we have to update the booths. But man, the places that don't change, that's
what we love.
Those are the money spots right there, right?
Absolutely.
There used to be a place called like Kelly's Cafe. It was
I
kind of
love Kelly's.
like kind of by the loading docks.
Yeah, literally just on the way out down Lorne.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
And
the
it was like
back.
hidden. They had a giant sign, right? You could see it from Circle. and I
Dude.
always wanted to go, but I didn't know how to get there.
The meals, like the reason we would go there, and you know, we'll pull back the curtain a little bit. We go and medicate ourselves a little bit, and go in there and just go. Like those
Eat
plates of
sandwiches.
food,
If you're a How I Met Your
those-
Mother fan, they would eat
those
sandwiches.
plates of food
Yeah.
could feed 5 or one guy who's
best.
like on the moon.
Yeah.
It was great. I absolutely
God,
loved
that's awesome.
Kelly's Cafe. Like incredible stuff.
Joe's on 11th Street, I think it was, kind of by where the Berries
rings
play.
a bell, yeah.
Like Cairns Field
Yeah, by
and
Gordie
Gordie
Howe
Howe
there.
Bowl there.
Yeah.
Apparently that is awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of by Diane's,
Yeah.
which has really, really good fried chicken, by the way. Super, super good fried chicken. See,
Can't wait
these
till
are
you
the
do that.
answers that you
Yeah.
need to be taken first overall and stuff. Not again, love grain fields,
I
but
just
that's
try to
like
be honest, you know, like
grain fields
it's
is
been
good
so
though.
long.
Dollar fries are amazing there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm asking you this, but like Poached. Have you ever been to Poached downtown?
No.
No. It's
Pretty sure they don't let me in. Isn't there like a dress code? at
No,
Post?
it's got like the big mural. So you know where the movie theater is?
Yeah, right
and then
across
right
the
across
street.
the street, there's that one building. That's
Yeah.
Poached. They make a cinnamon bun French toast.
Okay.
Would never think to do that, right? Like speaking of being on the moon, the person who would have thought of that would have been on Mars, man. But like, yeah, the French toast cinnamon bun. I'm waiting for the episode, maybe 5 to 6. You know, I don't want to give it away too
Yeah,
soon,
you
but
don't
I
wanna
think
jump
that's
in.
probably the best one to me.
Dude.
It's so good, and then there's like a cream cheese icing that you dip. It's on the side. It's like a
Come on.
Gordon Ramsay style of presentation as well. So like I like I like just the bacon, eggs, hash browns,
classic breakfast, the traditional
and the
breakfast.
toast on the side, right? I love that, but also
What kind of
like
toast?
brown with half butter, half peanut butter. Also, one time I got like an order of French toast with toast on the side, and I was like, man, I just ate a loaf of bread.
Dude, I eat loaves of bread
Oh,
like every
all
2
day,
days.
all
Every
day.
2 days. That's like toast is supper. for
But I
me.
love that traditional, just classic breakfast, right? How much do you think a classic breakfast should be
Now with
in today's economy? What would
the,
you?
the way the world is,
yeah,
probably about $20.
That's high.
That's just how I feel
been
every time I go out.
13, 14 bucks has been the average. There might be a couple of places that are still like 10 bucks.
Oh,
There's not a
that's-
lot of breakfast specials out there anymore. Like there's not a lot of places like Kelly's that are open that early. They have like that greasy breakfast special.
And thrive on it.
There's not a lot of people like going out for breakfast on the way to work anymore, I find.
Yeah.
Is that kind of an
That's-
older generation thing? Like, I think because people can't smoke inside while they're eating the breakfast
why I
anymore.
stay out
think,
everywhere,
I
yeah.
think that's kind of why people aren't going out.
Well, no, it's society, man. Society has made it so people don't have to go out anymore. Everyone would rather go out with their phone instead of human beings.
I hate that though.
It's horrifying.
Like that'd be awesome having like a little breakfast tradition, like
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday,
go.
Thursdays, whatever. The boys go to, oh, we're going to Kelly's breakfast. Hey, I'll catch up on the way. Because the thing, sometimes you go with like again, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or a month without seeing you, right? Because we're all busy doing whatever, right?
We literally just did that with your worldwide tour you've been on and your life changing. I'm like, just when things slow down,
I
come on back
know.
to your family here. We
I
miss
know,
you.
I know.
It's
but
not
like,
your fault. That's
but
what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
thing, like
You're so busy.
going out for breakfast, going out for like the after work pint or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But that's just kind of and there's less like 9 to 5s now. There's more people working remotely. There's the hybrid jobs. Like life's just so different than it was 20 years ago. Like
How about this? We start a show where we go for breakfast, say every Tuesday morning when you get off your show, we go
Yeah.
for breakfast. and we bring our camera guy, we get our mics, and we just have breakfast, and that's the show.
There
and
it
we
is.
showcase the restaurant. Whoever wants to host us for breakfast, let us know. We'll showcase your amazing specials. We'll get it out there, and we'll have some funny-ass conversations
And
while
we'll
we
just
do it.
showcase your place. Now, we're going to need a really fresh and topical name for this. I'm thinking Breakfast Club. I don't think anyone's ever thought of that before. I think because there's a movie called
Don't
Breakfast
you
Club.
Forget about me. There it is. See? Freeze frame.
If you don't get that reference, by the way, you're
not very.
you're not old
movie-
enough. You're not old enough.
You
What
guys,
a movie.
we got Dragon on the ones and twos. You do Breakfast Club yet? No, but you've seen
No,
it.
but like the movie, you get this.
You see, here he goes. Get on. Already, but you haven't done your viewing room of it. Okay, so it's coming up.
That'd
This
be an
makes me very
interesting one.
happy.
I like
I'm very
that.
excited, especially for these young kids.
Yeah. I
They
can't
watch
wait
it,
till
what
we
the
get to
hell is
fill
it?
in on that show.
Oh,
Like
it's
when
gonna
they're
be
on
good.
holidays, like you know how like
Yes.
remember like on TSN when Dutchie and who
Jen?
was Dutch? Yeah,
Hedger?
Dutchie and Jen, like they'd be on holiday for 2 weeks. They get like the backups in there. We should be the
Yeah.
backup for that show.
Hell yeah! Who would that? That'd probably been like Ken and Ivanka. Or
What
something at the
movie
time.
would
Or
what
they'd be on
movie would you
Sportsnet.
want to do? Like other than Breakfast Club, what would be your ideal viewing room movie? I know
man.
mine. I know mine.
Billy Madison.
Yeah. I've broken that
yours?
down so many
Yeah.
times
Well,
in
that's
my
the thing,
head
it's
already.
so cool.
Yeah, I think Step Brothers for me. Not Step Brothers. No, sorry, the other guys. The
Other
other guys, or Step Brothers,
yes.
either or.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I love. Yeah, absolutely.
That's good
yeah,
booking
yeah,
right
next
there.
week. Let's set it up next week. Next week or the week. Yeah, next week. But like,
great.
man, the other guys. That needs a viewing room,
So
just
good.
of a breakdown, because there's so many just like, oh yeah, and this part, oh yeah, and this thing that you may
Yeah.
have missed, right? Like,
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. That's just one of those movies that Will Ferrell, you think of Will Ferrell, Anchorman, he has so many of those big, huge, gigantic landmark movies where like his actual super good movies just kind of seem like,
lost.
whatever,
For
blended.
sure.
They're not even his top 5 kind of
Yeah.
thing. But man, other guys is just,
So funny. So like just right off the start, hey?
Yeah.
Right off the bat when they jump off
Yeah,
the roof.
exactly,
It's like, okay,
right?
here we go. We're in for something.
yeah.
Sorry, no spoilers.
And
Yeah,
like
we're
you,
not-
and then you look, but still like, this arrest cost $12 million in damages. They were caught with half a pound of marijuana.
doesn't really add up.
See, like this is guys being dudes, just sitting there
That's it.
talking about movies from back in the day.
That's what people want now.
Or,
man.
or just talk about old 90s NHL players. Chris Hall's
Also
good.
good. Also so good. Man, Tim Chevelday, I just tried to send him a trade in our fantasy league, an old Chevy.
Yeah.
He denied me. He said he couldn't pull the trigger. Chevy, you got to pull the trigger.
What's it like playing fantasy with like former NHL
Oh,
guys?
it's the best. Every single draft, all we do is just pepper him questions about Fedorov and Yzerman.
Yeah.
And, it's good. All the old boys like Lidstrom. And his storytelling is incredible. Like, I want to get him in here and just do some hockey storytelling.
Yeah. Oh, you
It'll
had
be
to
lot
have
of
like a
fun.
feature episode on
Yeah.
him or something
He's
like
such
that.
a good dude. Except he didn't accept my trade, and I'm upset because he sent me one that countered.
Are they like good though? Like are they good at playing fantasy?
Oh
Like,
yeah, Chevy is like the best in our league by far.
Yeah, that'd be frustrating. Like,
Yeah, he didn't win last year though. And he's got a tough team this year, so
Mm.
we'll see how it all goes. As we are hanging out with our main man Croker, the new morning show host in this beautiful city of ours on 92.9 The Bowl. I want to get into that a little bit. How's the changeover been from the other music to the countryside? You
love it.
great transition. You're
Love
very
it.
happy.
Because like I love all that old rock and roll. I love the I like the newer stuff that we were kind of playing like later in the 90s, early 2000s kind of stuff. But like after a while, like especially the one big thing is the CanCon, and you can relate to this. Man, like CanCon really kicks you in the nuts. It really just it's such a vice grip on the scrotum of radio, and it's tough. It's tough. Now for Canadian country radio, not at all. For Canadian country radio, not at all, because there are so many good up-and-coming Canadian country musicians out there.
Nice.
Like here in Saskatoon, Caitlin Leonard. She used to be the hurdle star for the U of S. 2 years later, now she's like, performing at the Long Branch, getting asked to go to Craven. She's got a couple songs on the radio. And like these are the fun stories. That doesn't happen on these classic rock stations because you just got to play the same thing over and over. Hey, here's Honeymoon Suite again. Hey, here's Roxy Roller again.
You want to make a run
Here's
on us? We can
April
do a
Wine
lot.
again.
Canada's party band Trooper again.
Here's
Then-
Gob again.
Oh yeah, we could go. but
Actually,
we're
we
not
didn't
here.
play enough Gob. That's the thing. Like, there's like Gob and like.
The problem with Gob was Gob has good songs. They would just play the shitty ones. And it would
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
upset me. It's like, why don't we play Soda? Why don't we play these
Exactly.
songs that go? It's like, well, people don't like that. Like, okay, well, clearly I'm not people because I love those songs and I can't stand the ones you're playing. But that's
Oh,
just me.
Ellen again. Right? And I love Our Lady Peace, but the exact same thing. Can we please play some Automatic Flowers or something like that? Nuh-uh. Thief again.
Okay, we're not getting into this. I am
somewhere out there again.
Like the worst songs, man. So you're back in the chair.
But that's the thing
you're
that was
feeling
tough with
it.
Cruise is this, man, all that CanCon, but you have to play it. Like, those are the rules, and there's only so much. And I know some people would be like, man, like, play Deep Cut Wide Mouth Mason. Sure, but even after a while, like, that would be kind of repetitive. And also, like, some deep cuts just aren't good. And, like, here's the thing. That's why hits are hits. They're good songs. And that's why sometimes deep cuts are deep cuts. They're not that. You know, they might be good for you, but you got to think of the grand scheme of things of radio. Are they good for everyone else? Probably not, right? So you got to, and that's just one of the things with the radio. It's for everyone. It's not for just a small group. The radio is for everyone. That's why I love the radio. It's for everybody.
When I was looking into our possibility of hosting the bands that come through for the 3 Hall Public House Unplugged Open Mic
Great
Night
job
on
on that
Fridays.
stuff,
Oh,
by
I
the
love
way.
it so
It's
much.
awesome.
6 to 9 every Friday. Check it out. Then we got a band that does a show on the Saturday as well, and that band comes through here. And I get to interview the guys in them, and I'm getting to know these bands, and I'm realizing music is back in this city. Like, we got all these incredible local bands, and we talk about CanCon. Why not? Maybe every second hour, instead of playing that Trooper song or that Honeymoon Suite or that April Wine, maybe play a local band, a local good rock band on your station.
We're
Give 'em
trying to
some
focus on
love.
some more, like, you know, on the weekends, play some more local stuff, feature
it.
local artists. And again, we're already playing a bunch of Saskatchewan country artists because there are a ton of them,
They're
right?
here,
There's no
yeah.
shortage. Yeah, and that was the frustrating thing with the music. It just got so repetitive on that end. At least now you're getting new music from new artists constantly. So I like that, right? But then, you know, you're still playing Red Ragtop by Tim McGraw every once in a while. And it's like, yes. Like, we check Yes or No. George Strait was on my show today, and it was like, this is just fantastic, right?
Got any Alabama going on there?
Oh, yeah, we got some.
I'm in a hurry.
Oh
to
yeah,
get
we got some
things
Dixieland
done.
delight. We got
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, the playlist is fantastic there. I love country music. Like, my kid was Alan Jackson for Halloween. Like, he didn't even need a wig, by the way. He just has
Got
the
the
most
flow.
epic, like, Yermer Yager blonde mullet,
letting it
and
ride.
I just put a little yellow mustache on him. Little bitty Alan Jackson.
Chattahoochee.
Going to the Chattahoochee,
That's
the
it.
small town southern man gone country, man. It was just. And that's the thing. You get to play Alan Jackson. You get to play all these fun things, and then like the older CanCon too, like Paul Brandt and you know all this stuff. It's great. Stompin' Toms even in our library,
now
which
we're
is
cooking.
fantastic, right?
That's
But
what I
like
want.
country music just has a better vibe when it comes to the whole CanCon rules, because at least it's, you know, these newer, fresh faces that are just, you know, they're starting out. It's not the same old.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Cochran
And you
again.
can, you can get to know them, and
Yeah.
you can invest in them, and then
I
make
take
those
that back.
connections.
Actually, I love Boy Inside the Man. I can hear Boy Inside the Man like 1,000 times. I don't care.
Oh man, sometimes I feel like I'm just on a big highway of life. when
Would
I
be your
listen to
top
that.
5 CanCon songs of all time? Unironically, like actually good ones. Like, we're talking the overplayed CanCon songs. What would be your actual top 5?
Man, I have no clue. That's
For
way
rock
too
radio,
hard.
I would
That's way
think
too hard.
Paralyzer from Finger 11 has to be on there.
That's one.
That's been on there forever. It's
That's
still
the
on
one
there.
I've been trying to. Like, I spent my entire career trying to
Yeah.
get that off the radio.
Yeah.
Off the
Santa
radio.
Monica, Theory of a Dead Man.
We're not talking we like these, are we?
Well, again, you're saying like top 5 epic. When you think of CanCon, you
Yeah.
think of these songs. Like, we're talking Staying Power. We're talking.
Yeah, those are them.
You know, like what have had some. Those are 2
Trooper.
dynasty runs right there.
Trooper.
Now, which
Which will probably
3
boys,
dressed up as a 9 or
boys
here for
in the
good
bright
time?
white sports
Boys
car
in the
or
bright
good
white sport.
time?
Yeah, you know what
Or
it is.
good
Boys
time.
in the, for rock radio. Boys in the bright white sports car.
Yeah.
That's a.
Honeymoon-
We're one away from having a
Honeymoon
very good.
Suite
Feel it again.
or April Wine?
Oh, it's got to be an April Wine. But like
Roller.
roller,
Roller.
yeah, roller by April Wine, yeah.
Hell yeah,
See, here's the
dude.
thing: April Wine's like my favorite band. Like, Could Have Been a Lady, Bad Side of the Middle. Like, they
Bangers.
got absolute.
Bangers. Yeah, bangers.
They got bangers, but they got overplayed. They got to keep playing the. You know, that's the.
Man, what am
But
I?
it is tough though. Again, to play devil's advocate here, if you like, people
Dude,
always, you know,
there's a
criticize the
reason.
music on the
There's a
radio, right?
reason.
You
Yeah.
program
100%.
music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and try and make it non-repetitive.
Yeah.
And like play by the rules as well. And it's tough. It's a really
is.
tough thing to do.
That's why I'm so happy to be out of it, and I'm so happy you're representing in it, because you're
Mm-hmm.
a good dude, and we love you, and we love what you're doing on the bowl.
That's how we say it too.
So pumped.
That's how we. No.
That is how we say
That's
it.
how
It's-
that's how
we
you say it.
continue
That's
with
how
my
you say
guy,
it.
Croker, in the house. You can check him out every morning. He's back doing
we
the morning
talk-
show. How's the wake up, real quick?
I love it.
Right back
I'm
in
a
it?
weird morning
You
guy.
love it.
I love it. Let's talk Cardinal football.
Here it is.
Kyler Murray, we
Dude,
said it.
let's
We
not
said it
jinx
in
it
our
too much.
on
Let's
the
not jinx
SAS
it
Sports
too
and Food
much. We
podcast,
did.
which will be coming back. I'm just a
Hell
little
yeah.
busy, but man, you called it. And in a tough division too, you had your again. It was opposite scrotum vice grip for you. You laid it on the table, and you were like, "Hey, Cards, we're gonna light it up this year." And man, you said, I was like, man, you were like, James Conner just loves the way he runs. I'm like, man, he's so old, and like everything he's been through. Like, that guy beat cancer, like
Literally.
before his rookie year in the NFL. It's like he's got to be having a lot of tread on the tires. He looks like he's in his second year again, man. He's just the way he's so wide. And the way he runs, Marvin Harrison Jr. is again, he's a rookie. He's up and down. He's up and down. But some of your other receivers have stepped up. Your O-line looks great. And the defense is just kind of like your nerd of a head coach is doing something. Like
the one thing, and it was the biggest thing that we said, if Kyler can stay on the field, you're going to be competitive. You're going to compete. And that's what he's been able to do. So as long as he can stay healthy, that team will go as far as he'll take them.
Yeah.
And I love that. Your Colts, by the way. Your Colts. Come on now. Flacco's your guy.
What do you mean, come on now?
Flacco's your guy.
Just wait. Like, it's just watching Anthony Richardson and then the aftermath of everything that happened. Like, because when he went out initially, when he did the whole, again, like, Tubin, going home. I want to get out here. That's what I always think, right? I'm Tubin, going home, safety, right? Yeah. But, man, like, when he did that, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, he's tired. He's winded, whatever. And then afterwards, when all the takes came out, being like, yeah, but you're the quarterback, I was like, yeah, you're right. That's why it's different, right? Like, running backs can do that. Oh, I'm gassed. Oh, I'm in, like, whatever. But, like, you're the quarterback. You got to be out there, right? Like Tim Tebow was out there one time with a broken leg and, like, all these cool things, right? Like, look up the Byron Leftwich play when he actually did break his leg, and they carried him when he played for Marshall. It's crazy, right? And then, like, we got Anthony Richardson going, like, I'm tired. And he just is up deuces. I'm out of here. What are you doing? And it's like he can't throw in the pocket. He's awesome scrambling, chucking bombs. He's so athletic. Like, man, there's so much potential, but there's also nothing there. Like, if you look at, he can't hit anything, and it's so frustrating. Joe Flacco's good, but our offense looked bad last week. We're just so, ever since Andrew Luck left, like, again, I'm so used to Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, right? Like, I'm such a spoiled brat when it comes to offenses if you're a Colts fan. Yeah. But, man, I'm so over the past 4 or 5 years where we've just been such a medium, vanilla, team. I'd rather be awful. Like, the Curtis Painter year was so much fun. It's just watching it was fun. Yeah. But and like everything up, Peyton Manning, fun. Andrew Luck, fun. Watching like Carson Wentz and Phillip Rivers and it's just kind of, and Flacco and it's just kind of been like, I'm over it. Like, I want us to either be super bad and working on stuff or super good. Like, the rebuild worked. Not just this whole, I don't know, we're giving Jonathan Taylor $11 million or whatever. Like,
it's like a limbo year for you.
I hate limbo. No NFL team or no NFL fan likes it when their team's in limbo.
You're right.
Cardinals were there for a while, but again, Cardinals have, like, that's the thing. Cardinals are exactly what I'm talking about. They're either just awful or the best.
There's something there. There's always something for you to look at.
Yeah. Do you think you guys are going to win the division?
I was this close.
Rams are coming.
They were paying,
Seattle.
They were paying
Rams are coming
4-1 to win that NFC West when I was looking at them. And now with the way San Francisco's beat up, like you say, the Rams, they get Cooper and they get Puka back and they start moving.
And they're playing good.
Seattle, like, it's one of the hardest. They always say one of the hardest, but I don't know. I feel like it's wide open right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do it, though. It's too many hills to climb.
And, too, like, it's like, is this the year? Because you go to the playoffs, like, look how many just wagon teams there are this year. They got the Lions, you got the Ravens, you got
there's a lot.
You got the Chiefs still there.
Pittsburgh by Steelers. My hot pick.
Russell Wilson, not that bad. And again, you got, and even if he does kind of turn bad, which could happen, Justin Fields,
I'm ready for
that. He can carry the ship, right? But even they made some, I kind of like what Pittsburgh's doing, right? They're so sneaky all the time. They're just, everyone always writes them off, and then they're always so good.
Mike Tomlin refuses to have a losing season. He's never had one. The dude's never had a losing season in his career.
Look at Philly coming.
Yeah, that's another scary one.
Look at Washington. Yeah. Look at all these teams that are wagging. So if you're Arizona right now, well, if you're Carolina right now, if you're Arizona right now, though, you got to be like, oh, man, is this like...
Is this when you want to go?
Is this when we want to go? Yeah. I don't know, right? So I'm like, they didn't make any moves at the deadline, I think, did they?
No, nothing big.
No. And that's the thing, like, I think the Cardinals, they're going to make the playoffs, but I just don't think they want to, like, I don't think they're there yet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But, man, couple years, give them another weapon.
It's feeling like they got their Andrew Luck now. That's how it's sort of starting to feel like, okay, Kyler's starting to settle in. He's starting to do his thing. We'll see how that all goes. I don't want to waste all our time on football because the Blades, dude, before we let you go, Blades, tell me all about this team. You were saying this. You were the one saying at the start, this ain't no rebuild. This is real, boys. This is a real deal team.
Everyone kind of wrote them off.
Yep, including me.
Because, again, their offense just wasn't there. They lost all their big guys. Sidorov, who scored 50 goals, gone. Wong, 100 assists, gone. Who's playing really good for the Huskies, by the way. He's their third-line right winger. Husky hockey team, I think number 7 in the country right now. The women haven't won a game, which is weird because they're usually away.
They're always up there.
They're always, it's weird for them.
Bad recruiting.
But that's like the Blades lost. Suzdalev gone. All their guys are kind of gone. But people weren't looking at what the Blades had.
there
Tanner
it is.
Molendyk, probably the top 3, if not the best defenseman in the league. Ben Saunderson, the most underrated defenseman in the league. Graydon Seatman, a very solid 20-year-old, and then 3 just young studs after that, like these blue chip prospects. And a second-round NHL draft pick in Evan Gardner. So it's like, man, if we score 2 to 3 goals a game, we're going to be awesome. Like, who cares about scoring? But then you look at our scoring. We got Brian Lazowski, who has scored at least 30 goals every single year since he's been a Blade, other than his rookie year. But he's awesome. Yeah. So, like, perennial, one of the best 20-year-olds in the league. You got this Ben Reich kid, who we got for Von Waterroot. Lighten it up. I think he's like 3rd in the league in points right now. And then you got all these just young guys like Misha Volotovsky's playing really well. Lucas Hansen, Tyler Parr, they've been kind of banged up off and on during the season, but they've been playing really well. Cooper Williams, all these young guys. It's like, man, all our draft picks are finally paying off. Forever, the Blades had no draft picks because we sold the farm for Shen. Now we finally can see our draft picks pay off. Man, Hilty and Priestner are killing it. And this backup goalie that we got there, I think his name is McCallum from Medicine Hat, huge get. Because it means that Riley Budd, our other blue chip goalie, he can stay in Edmonton playing midget AAA.
Get some more season.
Instead of being a backup. And then we got this veteran experience backup to our awesome goalie. Man, a lot of people, though, are saying that the Blades, no matter what, will trade some of their stars. Because the cupboards are a bit empty because they did go for it the past couple of years. So they don't have a lot of first, second round picks in the next couple of years. So you're thinking they might trade Molendyk. You know, the defense still isn't bad. They can get a big return for Molendyk and kind of not give up on the season because they're still probably going to make the playoffs. Yeah. But it's just like, man, we need something in return for the future of this team. That said, they have the best record in the East right now. They can keep it up. And the teams that were supposed to be good, Medicine Hat, huge flounder year. They're not playing good. Brandon, led by Saskatoon's own Roger McQueen.
Poor Queen.
Shout out to the Trumpies.
His back's hurting a little bit, eh?
Well, that's just unfortunate, man. This kid can't stay healthy. He's lights out. He's so good. I shouldn't say he can't stay healthy. He's just had bad luck, right? Because he's a warrior, and he's just like, get a little more meat in the bones. He's going to be such a stud. But they just haven't had the season that they've wanted to. Man, the Blades... And everyone, PAs, young guys are not playing good, and the Blades young guys are playing awesome. And they got a Saskatoon guy at head coach, Dan DeSilva, from Saskatoon.
Hell yeah.
It's just kind of like, man, Blades fans know the logical thing to do. Is trade some guys for some pieces. This might not be the year to go for it. It's kind of like what Wenatchee and Winnipeg would do back in the day. Okay, it's not our year. We're going to trade, just finish 7th and 8th, make the playoffs, whatever. Man, we could do it. I think they could do it. They're playing so well together. The rest of the league's not playing well. I think they should go for it.
When I hear you explain this team like that, I'm hearing you have a team that's made for playoff hockey, a team that's built from the goal out, a team that's strong defensively, a team that can go deep. And why would you ever want to mess that up?
And they played with each other for like 3 years. Every single, other than Ben Reich, who has been fitting in like a glove, all of these guys have basically played with each other for like 2-3 years. They all love each other. They're all really cohesive, and they got a great coaching staff. So it's just like, man, again, we know. Like, I won't be disappointed if they do that because it's smart for later on. Because again, we gotta supply our young guys with good guys too.
Yeah.
But they're a wagon. They're a wagon. Again, they beat Prince George, who is ranked number 6 in the CHL last night on the road, down 4-2 in the third, and they come back and win. So it's like, man, this team's got the juice. But it's just if they got the balls to do it, right? I'm not going to make another Vice joke. I could have, but I'm not gonna.
That's the biggest thing. And you mix all of that, what you just said, and throw in the fact that they went on that epic run last year. Like they still have that swag.
They got that nucleus still. They got that experience, and it's just like, man, why not?
How long do you go until you say, all right, we're going to do this?
Why not? It's just.
What's the timeline? It's your final question, then we'll let you go.
Like halfway through the year. I think at like game 38, you got to be like, all right. If we're still in first, if we're still a wagon, let's go for it. And not even go for it. Don't trade anything. Just this is the team. We're going to go with it.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Just run with it.
But if they start going, because again, they lost their first 2 games of the BC trip. They lost, and then one was in a shootout. So they still got a point. They've had 3 out of a possible 6 points. If they win the next 2 in BC, you got to go for it. And they're very winnable games.
I want that for these guys.
I do too, man. I do too.
Like after the heartbreak of that frickin'.
I know.
I don't want to bring it up. I'm not going to. That could lead to something. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my dude. This is our guy, Saskatoon's very own Croker. 92.9, The Bull, the new morning guy. Check him out. He is your new favorite radio host, I promise you. Thank you so much, dude, for stopping by. And
best part is I get to hang out with you now more often, too. Like my hours, man. Come on.
All I've ever wanted. Dude, if you want to do your podcast here anytime, Feel free. I always tell you, this is your home as well. You're part of the family.
Love you, buddy.
I love you so
Have a good
much.
one, eh?
Take care. Hey, it's Croker. Come on now.
See you, man, for
Let's
me.
hear it.
See you,
Absolutely. You get the TV again. We really got to move this TV somehow.
Ryan, wait for it.
I love you, buddy.
Go,
Hey,
Ryan. Don't kill me.
say hi to the family for me, all right? And kiss the pup. Sweet, beautiful Kipper, as we have made it halfway through the Thursday edition of your show. Oh, that's how every show should start. The energy, man. See, the energy you get from guys like that. That's the stuff that I just want all the time. Comes in, and he's such a professional. He's so smart and handsome. Love that neck beard. Hey, he was complaining about the neck beard. I thought it looked great. Very hot, as Dragon says, as we continue on your show. So we talked about some Blade stuff. We talked about some other local things. If only we had another person who stopped by on Thursdays to talk about local things and or other things that we're passionate about. Should I try the Wayne's World transition? Here we go. You're supposed to do it. It's officially Thursday, and we know that because Matt Young from CTV is
in the house. Yeah,
How you
yeah,
doing,
yeah.
brother?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You got a TV here, you got a system here, and I'm very excited for what's going on.
As always, as always. Well, of course, we like to talk about gaming and Saskatoon and gaming and video games and all that. Now, originally, I was actually going to bring something else this week to showcase a little bit. But why did we bring a Nintendo 64? Well, there's something interesting that happened actually last weekend.
Oh, I like this already.
So it has to do with this football team called the Huskies.
Go Huskies, go,
Now,
baby!
I don't know if you heard, but they were in the playoffs this weekend,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they went on the road to face the UBC Thunderbirds. And the Thunderbirds were favored to beat them by a lot of
course.
teams. I thought the Huskies could win, but a lot of guys thought it's on the road, it's in Vancouver, going to be a tough game.
Tough match.
Well, the Huskies won. So the number 3 seed beat the number 2 seed.
Love that.
Now, of course, that was the semifinal. The other semifinals was between number 1 seed Manitoba and number 4 Regina.
There was no upsets there, was there? There
well,
would
there
never
might
be.
not be one. There might be, but you know what? I heard about a big upset involving the Rams, and Regina beat Manitoba. So, because you had the 2 lower seeds win,
Yep.
now the Canada West Football Championship, the Hardy Cup, will be played right here
Bring it home,
in
baby.
Saskatoon at
Hell
Griffith
yeah.
Stadium, which is wild because a
fun.
lot of people did not predict that happening.
Yep.
So, and it's pretty rare that a number 3 seed hosts the Hardy Cup at all, especially when you have 4 teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
So the Huskies, now, what's really interesting about this, and for anybody out there that pays attention to Saskatoon and Saskatoon sports, the Huskies and the Rams, Saskatoon, it's always a rivalry,
Big
right?
time.
Like whether
Big
it's on the
time.
ice between the Pats and the Blades, or the Regina Thunder taking on the Hilltops. Always big when Saskatoon plays Regina.
Yes, sir.
Well, the last time the Regina Rams and the Saskatchewan Huskies played in the Hardy Cup was 2002. That was 22 years ago. I had just I was like a year and a half out of high school.
Yeah, me
you
too,
know what
man.
I mean? Like, I still remember those days. I
Oh,
had
yeah.
my little Ford Escort back then.
I used to be cool back then.
Yeah, we used to be cool. we used to be cool.
I
So,
swear we did.
we were. So I thought, you know what? Like, how could we tell that story in a funny gaming sort of way?
Yes.
So I found a copy of Madden 2002 for Nintendo 64.
Dude.
And for those of you who might remember, this is what you played the last time the Saskatchewan Huskies and the Regina Rams faced each other in the Hardy Cup. And there's only 6 teams in the Canada West.
That's like a...
So,
yeah.
wow.
That's crazy, right?
It's pretty crazy. By the way, are you going to go to the game? If you can't go to the game, that's I don't know.
I want to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. We got some work stuff going on
Okay,
in
you
here.
got some work stuff
Yeah.
going on. That's okay. Not everybody can make it, but it's going to be loud. It's going to be rowdy. It's also
game
going to
to
be
go
pretty
to.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like 9-10 degrees and sunny, which like for mid-November,
No
I
excuses.
mean, is really
No
really good, or at
excuses,
least
yeah.
early November, right? So what I thought I'd do is now for those of you who don't remember, this is what a Nintendo 64 controller looks like.
We fixed one of those bad boys.
Yeah, we
Yes,
did. We did, and it's working great, by the way.
Of course. Expect nothing less.
So feel that joystick, by the way, nice and tight and smooth.
Man,
right?
It's already better than all the ones we got over
smooth.
there.
There you go.
I'm jealous of your controller. Yeah.
Not like the PlayStation stuff with 2 joysticks
jeez.
now. By the way, this was super revolutionary when it came out.
It
was
changed the gaming
I
world.
remember seeing the commercial. Wow, they got a little.
How does that even
How
work?
does that even work?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
no
trying to.
D-pad.
What would you use? So anyway, so what I did is I thought I'd turn this on and let's come out here, and I got it hooked up to this
baby.
monitor, and there we
There
go.
it is.
EA Sports.
It's
Now,
in the game. That's your buddy.
so the last time that the Huskies and the Rams, this is what Madden football looked like back then.
This was the
It is-
newest version of football
That's
you
right.
could play.
That's right.
Right
This
there.
was the newest version of football that you could play, and really, I mean, it was primitive, but it was like sort of the first foray into I want to say 3D video gaming.
Oh, yeah.
So the sprites are not as great.
And we played a lot of this game.
But this was
A lot.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Now it's not great. The heads are wonky. But back then this was massive, and this is what we played.
Blew our minds, yeah.
Now what's really interesting is that Madden 2002, there's a player you might have heard of. His name is Tom Brady.
Terrific Tom.
Terrific Tom. Well, Madden 2002 was one of the first games that Tom Brady was ever in.
Come on.
Now, he actually, technically, he's actually in Madden 2001, but it's not identified as Tom Brady.
Just a bench guy.
It's just a guy identified as QB number 12. Because
QB 12.
he was not officially a part of the players' union for the licensing agreement for the game, but he was there. They knew number 12 was on this roster, so they put Q. So if you have the N64 version of Madden 2001, you look for the New England Patriots, you'll see QB number 12.
He wasn't very good.
His rating was like a 60 or a 59.
Very un-Tom-esque.
He was it was long before the Super Bowls.
Yes, sir.
So now there are I mean, when I play this game and I can look at it here and I can there's a few options and stuff like that, and yes, I'm going to quit. So I mean, it doesn't have it was good back then, but it was kind of basic, right? So we can go to exhibition and we can switch. I can be, my favorite team is the Bills. We have never won a Super Bowl.
Dude.
I mean, we always lose.
Don't think about those early 90s.
Well,
right?
yeah, exactly. Don't think about them. But now on this game, I don't think Doug Flutie is with the Bills. Of course, he was the CFL
good.
player
Oh,
that
yeah.
played with him, right?
Love Dougie.
And then there's actually. Some of the teams, you have the Houston Texans, by
Was that
the way.
their first year? Was that when they came
I
in?
think that was
Right
their
around there, hey?
second. It was
Yeah.
right around there where they came into the league.
I actually went to their first ever game, the Texans' first game.
Did you really?
Against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
Wow, you
Yeah.
actually were there in Buffalo.
Yeah,
I've been to a game there. It's fun.
It was
loud.
my first ever NFL game, and as we were walking into the stadium, there was about not a word of a good 3 feet of just the Bat Light cans in
Wow.
every single lane to walk in. You had to wade through beer cans. It was like 10 in the
Oh, my
morning.
goodness.
10 in the morning. And I remember coming out, and it was J.P. Losman was starting for the Bills.
Yeah, I
and
remember
they
that.
had David
Wow.
Carr for
You
Houston.
were there. Well,
And
that's
it was,
cool.
It was a brutal game.
Do you
though.
remember who won? I don't think the Bills won. Maybe
It was like 10-7. It was such a bad game.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, I
that's
don't
okay.
think Houston took home that first. And I'm
There
pretty
you
sure
go.
David Carr got sacked 8 times. He broke the record for most sacks by a quarterback. It was bad. The poor guy.
Well, I remember, of course, back then. I mean, sports was different.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it had changed a lot even then, but it was different. I mean, back then you had, if you remember, those giant shoulder pads
Oh.
that were just massive and
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. Now they're kind of just really
Everything's
small,
streamlined.
everything's
Yeah, you'd have those
form-fitting
guys
and
with the
that sort of
big
thing.
things around the neck. So
Yeah,
they would
remember
go
the neck
back.
rolls? Yeah, they would look like
You get the cool guys who cut off the bottom there in the
That's
college
right,
sport,
that's
and they
right,
would
that's
oh,
right,
it's
yeah.
badass. That was football right there. Now it's just like Kevlar covered dudes running into each other. It's crazy.
Exactly. So I thought it'd be interesting because there's most of the players on this Husky team and the Rams weren't even born in 2002. Like if you showed them this, they might say, "What is that?"
They wouldn't even be able to
How
play
do
it.
you play
Yeah.
And then you give them the controller, and they'd have to kind of figure it out. You know what I mean? So,
What is this thing?
So I was reminiscing about how much video games has changed, how much sports has changed, and just how it's really cool. We're seeing such a historic matchup that's going to go down at Griffith Stadium. And now yours truly is going to be at the game. I'm going to be actually doing sideline reporting for the Canada West TV
Love that for ya.
broadcast. They'll have Bryce McCall and Darren Dupont up in the booth for that one. So I'm not calling this one. They wanted a game host or a sideline reporter, so I'm going to be doing that. So I'll be at that game, which will be good because it'll be nice. It'll be a lot better than 2 years ago when it was a snow bowl there.
Yeah.
Some people might remember that. It was cold.
Yep.
So you'll see yours truly at the game, and I'm going to see if I can maybe even show this on the camera so that I can show people, hey, it's been a long time.
I love it. It's great trivia
mean,
too, right? Like
yeah.
this is last time this happened. It's like a time capsule.
Yeah,
This
it
is
is.
what we were playing.
That's right. This is what it looked like. And by the way, this was about the size of your TV, right? Like, I mean, it was what, a 15-inch, 17-inch? That's
Kids will
what you
never
had.
get it. They'll never understand.
And you sat a lot closer back then. Like
Oh,
now
yeah.
you can sit much further away.
You had cords attached to your system still.
Everything was wired,
Yeah.
right? Everything, you see the wires, right? There was no such thing as wireless back then, right? So you didn't have wireless controllers. There was no Facebook.
Nope.
There was no, I don't think Twitter was around.
It was the best time ever.
And
It was so good.
It was fun because you actually had to do things with people,
Yes.
and playing 4-player, you had to play with people that were in the room.
That's it.
Which is I find more fun sometimes than online. You know,
It
you can
brings
elbow guys,
It
get out of
brings
my
your
way, you know?
friends together, right?
Exactly.
It's what it does.
Exactly.
Now everyone just locks in and then plays with a million people
Exactly,
online instead. You're
exactly.
not making any friends. All you're doing is just chirping each other.
Yeah, that's exactly, and you know you're not with anybody,
Yeah,
so you lose
toxic.
that social element to it, right?
And that, by the way, no, we don't get political or religious around
Yeah.
here in any way. That, what you just said, is the reason why people suck so much nowadays.
You know
Nobody
what?
knows how to be friendly or talk to people. And
That's
it's horrifying
that's
to me.
you're totally right. I
really
mean, there's
bugs me.
a lot of social skills that people don't get because so many people are locked in their houses, sitting in. Now you used to have a TV room. Now you have a gaming room,
Yeah.
right? And you'd sit in your gaming. And I'm a gamer. I'm a huge gamer, but I also like to get out, invite people over to my house to game, do stuff like this.
Yep.
Or you have people that just sit on their phones, and there's nothing wrong with being on your phone, but if you're not.
You're missing a lot.
interacting with anybody.
You're missing a lot.
Exactly. So you don't have that gaming camaraderie, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of friends that have gamed together that have never met each other because you just game online. I like the older way. I mean, there's nothing better than throwing popcorn at the guy that beat you in Mario Kart. You know what I mean? Get out of here.
So true, man. And you said it perfectly. That is what we used to do. And
Yeah.
and you don't see that anymore. And you
No.
can tell every time you leave the house. And
Yeah.
it's upsetting to me. I just want to get that off my
No.
chest.
I'm glad you got that off your chest because I think a lot of people feel the same way, and that's why I encourage you, if you have some of these old gaming systems, keep them around because
Yes.
you just don't kind of get that fluent social interaction in gaming that you used to get, and quite frankly, a lot of those older games, they may they don't age well like from an aesthetic point of view, but they're fun. I
Oh.
mean, especially if you get NFL Blitz or your Mario
Those arcade
64,
types,
Mario
yeah,
Kart,
man.
those arcade style games, you know what I mean? NBA Jam. So that's what's really fun. So what we're seeing in Saskatoon this weekend is
we go.
very historic, right?
Yes.
22 years ago was the last time these two provincial rivals met on the gridiron in a Hardy Cup and for the Canada West title, and I think it's going to be a blast. I think it's going to be really, really fun.
When's kickoff?
So Saturday at 1 o'clock at Griffith Stadium. That's when kickoff is. And by the way, I encourage everybody to come out. Bring your friends, bring your family. If you're ever not a football fan, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a great chance. We rarely get this kind of weather in November. Like, really, we should be covered in snow by now.
Yes, we
And I
should.
think you probably have your door open and feel okay. So,
Yep.
so if you can get out, come out, support the Huskies, support the Rams too. I know that there's a lot of people from Regina coming out that are coming up here. So it should be nice and rowdy. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Just most importantly, support these young athletes. They deserve a big crowd for a championship game like this and a historic championship game. And I know if I wasn't doing sidelines, I'd probably have my face painted green and I'd
Shirt
have my
off,
gear all.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm with
you
ya.
know?
Yeah. Get
Logo
that-
painted on your stomach or
Get
something.
that crowd amped
Yeah,
up. That's what we
there you
do.
go.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, very excited, very
Yeah.
pumped. You best of luck on the sideline.
Oh, we're gonna have a
Hopefully
good time.
We have a hell of a game, and It is televised, right? It's going to be on here?
It's going to be on. So there's a couple of ways you can watch. You can watch it online, Canada West TV.
Yeah.
You can also on SaskTel. They have the SaskTel on demand channel, channel 340.
Yes.
I think it's 348 or 349.
Around there.
It'll be on there too, so you'll be able to watch it live.
That's what I think we're going to do here on the other TV, because we're doing a bunch of recording for shows and stuff.
There
But
you go.
I told the boys I want to watch it, so maybe we'll get it on this other TV while we're doing our thing.
There you go. And you know what? Like they put together, by the way, like it's a real good U.S. style presentation.
Oh, yeah.
We have a sideline reporter.
It's all there.
You got some very good commentators, several camera angles. It won't be like baby streaming. It'll be good. So I encourage you to watch as well if you can't make it to the game. But overall, it's going to be fun. And you know what? Next week we'll have something exciting here back on the Gary Nichols Show as well. So always making the rounds, and it's always good to be around.
So pumped. Man, this Saturday
There you go.
at 1 p.m.
That's
Check it
right.
out. If you can't make it, watch on the TV. This guy's going to be on the sidelines.
There you go.
22 years we've waited for this. 22 years.
Then you get to play the Regina Rams. You get to try and finally beat your arch rival in a conference championship. It doesn't come along very often.
This is
So get out there and
everything.
enjoy it.
Everything we want in our USAS football right
Exactly.
here. CTV's Matt Young. Thank you so much, brother. I
Thank
always
you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And will I get in trouble if I say go Huskies?
No, you're not at all.
Good.
I encourage fans, get out there, even if you just want to scream and yell and have a good time.
It's a
Get
party.
out there. It is a party. It'll be really, really
Hell yeah.
cool.
Thanks again, brother. We'll talk to you
Take
next
care.
week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I didn't even get to comment about how good that haircut looks, dude. Hey, like I set your watch to that haircut. I can't remember the last time I've had a haircut that was just like, boom. Like a Bart Starr or a Johnny Unitas. A real classy haircut. Again, all the love to our main man, Matt Young from CTV. He'll be on the sidelines for the big game. And we played it in the studio here, I believe, while we're working away. So I'm very excited. Go Huskies, go 1 p.m. The Hardy Cup going down as we have almost reached the end of the Thursday edition of our show. Let's go ahead and bring my main man out now. You can flip it there, Dragon, as I want to have a big dragony finish. And we can only do that with the coolest dragon that I've ever met as he flies in. Look at those big wings. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of the viewing room, it is the Dragon.
I don't know why. Hi.
Hi.
By the way, I was gonna sit there. I don't know why I was getting ready to sit there, but
That's
I
the
was
Ed
gonna do that.
McMahon stage. That's the sidekick stage. Maze crushed it in there yesterday. He was all over it. Very, very exciting. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I look like I put a static ball to my head. I don't have has it looked like that all day today?
No, it looks better now. It looks great.
I need a haircut tonight. I
That's
think
the
what I'm gonna
that's
do.
the look that you get when you roast your bro and Smash Bros all day.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not
that
a very
is.
flattering look. That's like you need to go outside.
You were working, bro. So another week here at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. A whole bunch of new shows dropping on Monday. We had Pulse Power with Aiden. Tuesday, The Viewing Room, which was which movie, my friend?
The Shining.
The Shining. Rad Rum with my man LB, your co-host, the face that built the place, International Man of Mystery. Wednesday, we got the Bamford Bros podcast, as well as Slice by Slice with Asher, which is always a lot of fun. And shout out again to him and his dad, Lame Train, for coming through and shooting another amazing video. And then today,
Yes.
the All Out of Angst podcast, starring Uncle Mike from his All Natural Products and Matt from All the Bands. We've got a lot of great shows coming out each and every week for you to enjoy.
Yes.
There's a lot of talking.
I know.
I got tired.
That was kind of smooth. Your memory is, I don't know. I don't know if it's improved or
It's
if
not,
It's just
and I can
like
tell you.
expanded so much. Like,
Did I
don't know.
explain to you what happened when I went and saw our friends over at Stealth Media the other day?
I
did.
heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
My memory is gone. The whole house was so happy when we finally got a teleprompter in there after an hour, because then it was 2 minutes and it was done. We spent an hour, line by line. All right, Gary, remember this term and this word and do this. And my man Kyle and the team over there were trying every trick in the book, and nothing worked except for the teleprompter.
Yes.
And then apparently it was a joke at the Cosmo meetings the other night. My dad said, yeah, so they were talking about your performance over there for the video. It's like, yeah, I know.
That's
Apparently
a different
I'm-
kind of Gary wrangling. Yes,
Apparently
I
I'm a
think.
Ron Burgundy is what it is. I'll just get me a teleprompter and we're good to go. How are you doing,
Perfect.
my sweet prince?
I'm great. I feel victorious for some reason.
I
wonder
can't
why.
imagine why. You were complaining a lot, though, for a guy who was winning, I will say.
I was complaining. I still found a way to complain while winning, and I don't know. I don't like to be a guy that complains, and for some reason I've found myself complaining a lot, and I
We
don't
got
know
to
what
work
that
on that.
says.
We got to work
I
on
got to
that.
work on that. I don't know why I was winning and I was still complaining. I don't know. I don't know.
You know
I
what
feel
I'm gonna
bad. I feel really bad about that.
I'm going to go ahead and just let everyone know that if you want to become a part of this team, if you got some complaints you want to make, if you want to have your voice heard, head on over to the greatest website in the history of mankind. Want to sing it with me?
Oh, yeah.
DufferinAve.com. We are the funnest place in media. DufferinAve.com. We are super serious. We wouldn't fool ya.
Wow.
Or if you want to send us an email, contact@DufferinAve.com. Send us an email right away. Contact us at DufferinAve.com. We will make sure that your organization or business is represented in a very good, cheap, and budgetary way.
Wow. Should we like?
I didn't want to use the term cheap. Budgetary is the word.
we should beatbox it one time.
Oh, dude, we got to
Like
get
a full house. And
my
just,
man,
like,
the Abyss, a.k.a. Amory, the greatest rapper on earth.
Yeah.
He's coming by, hopefully, I believe, this weekend or next week. I'm going to work some more on a brand new song that he's been working on, and the Death Star is what we've dubbed the
Yes.
recording booth here. And if you want to use it, oh, man, just let us know, bro. Contact us at DufferinAve.com. We'll help you make music and voice demos. Just let us know.
we got to do a show where like every 5 minutes we just put that
Pepper it.
on the screen. And
Man,
just,
one
like,
of my favorite
really hammer
moments
that
in the history of my entire radio career
Uh-huh.
was when, shout out to my girl, Caitlin Millions, best in the biz. She's a voice actress now. She's crushing it. I love you, Caitlin. You're amazing. We were working together, and it was snowing in like summertime, basically. It was like nowhere near Christmas at all.
Yeah.
And what we did was we went into the computer thingy and found all the Christmas jingles and like intros and stuff.
Sure.
And we did like 4 breaks of just intro into intro into intro, and it was all like Christmas themed. We had so many angry calls, man. It was one of the funniest things we've ever done in our careers. I'm sure she would say the same thing. It was just like one after
That's
another.
funny.
It was like not even any talking, just intro to intro and intro. And the boss is losing. Like, what the hell are you guys doing?
That's
Like,
why you-
let's just go Christmas today.
That's how I feel when it like November 1st rolls around.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Mariah Carey's on my windshield practically, and I'm like,
Love her.
all right, this is happening.
I love me some Mariah Carey.
You love Mariah Carey?
I love that song, dude.
All I want.
I
for
love it.
Christmas.
I don't know why.
No, that's not the one.
Yeah, it is.
Is that the one?
All I want
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah, okay, yeah. Now I'm hearing the
Christmas
jingle bells
is
in my head, yeah,
you. That's my jam, man.
Baby.
I love that one. That one and do they know it's Christmas time
Yeah, that
at
one's a pretty
all?
good- that's a jam.
We're getting ready for
Can I-
Christmas around here.
Actually, you know what? You know
What's
what's
up?
funny?
Talk to me.
This is a really hot take.
I love hot takes. I need a hot take button.
Yeah, like an oh yeah.
Hot take!
Yeah, okay. Sorry, my nose is like all weird because that couch is just. I hit the couch.
You were
and
raging and you were smashing it. And now we're both
Oh,
covered in dust. Thank you.
I like hit that. I hit the couch out of anger after Gary had like pulled something out of his butt for like the 6th time today, and
And then we gamed.
and then all of a sudden the whole room erupted in dust as the couch
Dust
that's
clouds
sitting there.
from the couch. I'm ruining your hot take here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I ruined that. My brain just. Okay. Anyways, my hot take is
Here we go.
first of all, I love Christmas.
Hold on. Let me buckle up.
Yeah. This,
All right, I'm ready.
Let's spend the rest of the episode trying to get ready for this hot take.
Let's do this.
Okay. I love Christmas.
You're here.
I think Christmas is a great holiday.
Absolutely.
I love buying things for my friends and family, and,
Yes.
and Christmas morning is such a treat, and I feel like just the whole world. There's that might be excessive. There's this energy around Christmas time and the holiday season, and I feel like it's unmatched. Like like there's so many people smiling and just having a good time,
It's
right?
the only time I feel comfortable leaving the house because people don't hate everything all the time.
No matter like people feel generous, no, like Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, right? Like it's just like I don't know, it feels good. There's just this energy in the air, right? People are excited for New Year's, right? It's great.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of Christmas music.
Dude, have you heard Christmas Time in Hollis, Queens?
Probably.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mama's cooking chicken and collard greens.
Even like
Have you heard the Chipmunks?
yeah.
Me, I want a hooly hoop.
like
Bangers, bro.
Carol the Bells.
Bangers,
Like
yeah.
I don't know, like what's the one that Arnie did? What was the one that was called?
He did a Santa movie, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He also did like a Carol the Bells or something like that, but like
I
I
can't
don't-
imagine that being
that-
good.
it was awesome actually.
Okay. Well, I loved
Uh,
Austrian Death Machine, so that's a good point.
But I don't know.
You're not a Christmas you love the spirit, but you hate the soundtrack.
I could never get into Christmas music. Like
What if we wrote a Christmas song here?
we could do that.
We have enough musicians in our family here at the Dufferin Ave Media Network. We could put out our very own Christmas song.
We have so many people who are talented with instruments and can like sing and dance and do whatever.
Voices, yeah.
That I feel like, like I feel like I need to either learn an instrument or like get way better at the things.
I don't know if you're like me, but if you feel as insecure as I do around all the talent around here all the time, it's not healthy. Yes.
I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm part of the team, right?
Yeah.
Like,
This is what your future looks like, buddy. You better learn something or else you end up like this.
that
Just
sounds like a
saying.
dream. So
Oh,
thank
get
you.
out of here.
Aw, like if I could grow a beard, I mean, come on.
Man, it's pretty scraggly.
I'd trim it more
Pretty
often.
scraggly.
But,
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's freaking cool.
it needs to be trimmed up.
Like having people look at me and be like, "That's like a nice Viking." like that's like the best compliment I think you could give someone. Like
I
you know what I mean?
had a nice chat with the greatest dad in the universe, the bottom line, my main man. He goes, son, maybe you should trim it up a bit. Maybe cut the hair. Maybe cut the beard. And I looked him dead in the eyes. I said, Dad, you have no idea what this does for me. I said, without this or this, I am the ugliest human being on earth. If I ever want to look attractive to anybody, I need this. Because this ain't cutting it. And trust me, under here, not good.
That's fair enough. I
It's
mean,
like a mask.
I want to grow a beard, but I don't like.
You
it
could
just,
do it.
It's tough.
I
It's
could.
tough.
What if you do it for like charity? Isn't like Movember going on
I
right
would,
now?
but see,
You should Movember a mustache and start there.
yeah, I could, but also like I should like shave the head for like charity. I think that would be.
You want to shave that beautiful top?
Well, I don't know. It's so thick though that I feel like I could actually do some good, right? So like I don't know, like that might be something. I would do okay.
Here we go. He's got something, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen. This is it.
I would consider
Okay.
down the line, I would grow my hair out like for an entire month or something like that. And
How often do you cut your hair?
I guess I like every 2.5, 3 months.
So you'd have to go an entire 2.5 or 3 months to grow it out.
I would grow it out real good.
Okay.
Okay, kind of like what it is now.
I love
Like,
it. Does it fro out more?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
But-
so sweet.
And then we could shave it all. Like I would consider. Oh,
Careful
this is
what
a
you're
big
saying
thing.
here.
I
Yeah,
would
this is on
consider
camera.
going all bald for a charity event on the show.
Yeah.
I would do that.
I would love that for you.
I would do that.
We love
That was
charities.
the only reason I've said the only reason I will ever cut my hair like down short is if it was for like a charity or something like that.
If you're a
would do that on the
charity
show.
and you want to see him shave his head, send us an email at contactus@dufferinav.com.
Yeah.
Dragon's going to shave
will.
his head at dufferinav.com. Let us know if he can help your charity.
I will. I would generally do it. We can make an event.
I'm
We can
in.
make an event. out
I'm
of it.
in, dude.
And whether it's start of summer or something, or if it's for a Christmas charity, something.
I'm trying to think of something catchy, like shave your dragon.
I
How to shave your dragon?
that's crazy. Because
I just called you toothless today.
okay, I don't know if you know this. You know this about me, obviously. But if you didn't know this about me, like I consider my hair my best feature.
It's a beautiful feature.
I
You are-
really
you have
like
a
my
glorious
hair.
head.
And then I get really upset when I look at the camera. I'm like, oh my god, why does my hair look like that? Right?
No, you get upset when you put a hat on.
I-
Put that CCO hat on. Let's see what this looks like. It looks like a swim cap. You look like you're going swimming. The YMCA is that way, bud. Go do some laps.
This is what I would look like
Wow.
if I shaved my head, right? And that's why the only reason I would
crazy.
ever do it, like
You look so
and,
cute.
like you know what? I've tried this. I've tried this, and then I was
The
like,
Justin Bieber.
I can't make
With that
work.
hair, it flows like water.
I-
Just
I-
flip it
I-
over.
I just can't make that
That's
work.
amazing.
But like I said, as someone who holds their hair in high regards because they failed in other areas, as part of that club, I would only do that for charity,
Yeah.
or if it like happened with old age, and one's not happening sooner than the other. So I would like to do
It
a
is
charity
almost
event, and I've
charity
always
season.
thought about it.
Okay.
And so yes,
Let
if
us
we
make
could
your-
facilitate that, I would love to.
This whole place, what do I always say? This whole place was built to make dreams come true.
Yes,
You're
we
gonna
could set
chase
up a
your dream.
donation thing.
Yeah.
And we could have like a whole month, 2 months leading up to it, and then like a big day where we just do it here.
I'm in. I'm
And,
so in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You shave your beard that same day.
Whoa, see, I just finished telling you that without this, I got nothing, dude.
I don't know.
Without this, I am. Like, it's the worst.
Yeah,
I
but
will
I
never
feel
have a
the same
girl
way-
look at me again and be like, "He's kind of pretty."
I feel the same way about this.
That's
so
fair.
What if we both did that?
We'll see. Okay, you get back in there.
Okay, yeah.
I am
We're
going to
past
start
time.
this. We are way past time. I'm going to start the countdown, and we're going to Frankie our way out of here as we had way too much fun there, I think. Way too much fun for the boys. Let me know when you start it so I can start it here as our transmitter is still gremlining it up. What was that one mean gremlin? His name's Spike? I think his name was Spike. And we're rolling. All right. If you want to come back up? You don't have to. I'll just say my parting gifts through words. It's a weird way of saying anything. To CTV's Matt Young, thank you so much for stopping by like you do every single Thursday. I will say to our friends over at Cosmo, we got the Spirit of Cosmo breakfast coming up here November 20th. There's another meeting. They have them Thursdays at noon, which is exactly when and the only time that CTV's Matt Young could come in. So I end up missing those meetings. So thanks to Toby and Shirley and everyone over at Cosmo for sending me all the minutes and stuff and keeping me up to date as we get set for the big day. 92.9 The Bulls Croker, the new morning show guy in town, also a member of this very family. Finally getting into a normal schedule again, so we'll start seeing a lot more of him around here as he continues to entertain you on the radio waves. Love that dude. It's always great to catch up with him and all of the incredible, cool things that he's been doing. And man, he's been doing a lot of really cool things. Very, very exciting. He's got more. He's looking for Saskatoon's best breakfast. Best of breakfast. So if you got any ideas, throw them his way. You can find him all over the internet. You right in there? Whoa, geez, I thought you hurt yourself. I heard a bang. Oh, yeah. He's the best. To Dragon, thank you for entertaining us in your very unique and amazing way with your beautiful hair and your amazing smile and your attitude. It's always so, so much appreciated. And we really, really love your show. Viewing Room. Check it out every Tuesday. They got The Shining and they're red rumming it up, which is very cool. We also, hey, Commander Kugel Podcast Boys, I believe Network Ryan's supposed to be stopping by. Hopefully we'll see him here right away. Look at that. Say his name and he shall appear. That is crazy, dude. I just said. Hopefully he'll be here and he arrives. Come show the camera that you're here. I just talked to him. I'm saying goodbye. We got like 30 seconds. Look at this guy. He just showed up. That's like Joe Henry right there if you're a wrestling fan. Whew. As well as our friend Kim's coming by. Maggie's pumped. Everyone's pumped here at the network. So with that in mind, new All Out of Angst podcast for you to enjoy along with all the other amazing shows here on the network. We've got one bad podcast coming out tomorrow. And until then, be sure to have an amazing evening. Remember, karma is very, very, very real. Start doing good things. They'll start happening to you. I promise. Have a great night. And we'll see you tomorrow.